Travis Kelce just absolutely destroyed all of the Cincinnati Bengals fans that thought the Chiefs were trying to avoid them in the playoffs. You guys are listening to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host, Michael Darcy. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button on this video and subscribe. It really helps me out. And in this video, I'm going to play a clip from the New Heights podcast. Travis Kelce was asked about the narrative that the Chiefs were scared of the Bengals in the playoffs, and he had a fantastic response that I want to get to in this video because I think it really sums up the Chiefs' mindset going into the playoffs, that they're not scared of anybody. But if you guys aren't already familiar, I kind of wanted to catch you up to speed with the drama because I wasn't going to talk about it, but Cincinnati Bengals fans just completely melted down on social media, and I wanted to read this tweet because it's just hilarious. This Bengals fan, at Joe Goodberry on Twitter, said, "This game will define the entire Chiefs legacy for me. Real football fans agree you never roll over for a divisional rival. But what do I know? Maybe KC should be more worried about Denver. They've been outscored 52-16 in their 2 games this year. Karma is watching." So again, the narrative being pushed by Bengals fans is that the Chiefs were scared of Cincinnati. They didn't want to let them in the playoffs because there'd be some off chance the Bengals would go to Buffalo, beat the Bills, and potentially beat the Chiefs in the divisional round. That is what they are assuming. The narrative is dumb. The narrative was dumb from the very beginning, and I think it's just so funny that the Bengals, who finished with a 9-8 record, are complaining the Chiefs didn't play their starters in Week 18 when they'd already wrapped up the number 1 seed in the AFC. They were complaining that that team, who went 15-1 through 16 games, didn't play their starters in Week 18 and beat the Broncos to get them into the playoffs. The Chiefs ended up losing to the Broncos in Week 18, eliminating the Bengals from playoff contention. And like I said, it just made Bengals fans completely melt down on social media. You saw people talking about how the NFL needs to step in and do something like a fairness clause. It was just ridiculous to watch, but it was pretty funny to watch because the Bengals did this to themselves. Like I said, they went 9-8 during the regular season. They lost to the Patriots in Week 1, who had the number 1 pick going into Week 18. They lost to the Chiefs in Week 2. They finished with a 9-8 record with Joe Burrow, who was an MVP candidate. Jamar Chase was a Triple Crown winner. Trey Hendrickson had like 17.5 sacks, and it still was not good enough to get this team to the playoffs. And so if Bengals fans want to blame the Chiefs, they need to look in the mirror and blame their own team because they just were not good enough to make the playoffs this year. And the Chiefs don't owe it to anybody to get them in. Listen, if the Bengals wanted to get into the playoffs, don't ask for help. Don't ask for the Chiefs to play their starters in a meaningless game when they were never going to do that. So I think I've yapped long enough. Why don't we get into this clip from the New Heights podcast where Travis Kelce just destroyed all of the Bengals fans that came up with this narrative?
Well, there's some people alleging that it was a purposeful letting get your ass
I
kicked.
ain't scared of fucking nobody.
I'm not alleging this.
I wanted them in the fucking
I'm
playoffs.
not alleging this.
I want to slay every dragon one by one, like Mortal Kombat. I don't even want this to be like we play the lowest seed. Just give me the best teams.
I'm not, Travis. I'm just telling you what
AFC,
people are
NFC.
saying.
Give
I'm
me
not
all of
saying
them.
this.
Mortal Kombat style. I'll go through every
saying-
fucking one of them, just giving them my best fucking effort. I ain't scared of a single soul, man.
You didn't want to see the Bengals in Burrowhead or in Cincinnati.
I'll play them at the Walmart parking lot. I don't give a shit. We can have our own game in the offseason where we really duke it out again. Listen, I love competing against the greatest. The Bengals were a fun-ass fucking team to watch there towards the end of the season.
I'll play them in the Walmart parking lot. If that doesn't just show you that Travis Kelce did not care about the Cincinnati Bengals, I don't know what to tell you. And I think that the mindset that you heard him talk about, that we'll play anybody. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're in the AFC, the NFC. This Chiefs team wants the best because they know that they are the best. And when you are the best, you don't fear teams that claim to be, the best, the biggest rival to the team. The Chiefs are not scared of anybody. I really didn't think that Travis Kelce needed to come out and talk about it, but it's crazy how this narrative caught just fire over social media There are Bengals fans out there that think the Chiefs are so terrified of them that they purposefully lost in Week 18 to make sure they could not get into the playoffs. We live in this world, and that's why I put the title for this lower third. The Bengals are frauds. The Bengals are complete frauds. Again, they went 9-8 during the regular season. They weren't a good football team, and you saw that they did not get into the playoffs. They didn't deserve to make the playoffs, and the only team that they should be mad about are themselves. The Chiefs did not owe them anything, and I think it's just so rewarding that the Chiefs, who had the number 1 seed, are going to sit back on their couch, just like the Bengals this week, and watch some playoff football. But the only difference is the Chiefs play next week. The Bengals do not. The Bengals will not be playing. They're probably all in Cancun by now. And I think that is just such a funny thing because I think Travis Kelce really showed you in that video that this Chiefs team's mindset, give us anybody, whether it is Buffalo or Cincinnati or the Ravens or the Broncos, they do not care. You are just an obstacle in their path to go three-peat. And when this first came out that, do you want the Bengals in the playoffs? Because I was talking about how the Bengals making the playoffs would just make the road to the Super Bowl more difficult. That's just how me as a fan, that's how I think. But I think it really shows you that the Chiefs, they don't care who they play. They just want to play everybody because they know that when push comes to shove and they need to go out and win a football game, they trust themselves to go do that. And so I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section below. What did you think of that Travis Kelce clip from the New Heights podcast? I think it was funny how Jason was like, there are people saying, and then he's just like, no. Like he shut him down right away. It's just so funny to see that they have such a great podcast and they're able to do this during the season when the Chiefs are trying to, pull off this ultimate goal of three-peating. But before we go any further, guys, I want to give a shout out to the sponsors of this channel all football season long. Welcome to the Rice Real Estate Group, Kansas City's premier partner in real estate. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, you will receive a tailored experience designed just for you. Specializing in residential, commercial, and investment properties, the dedicated team over at the Rice Real Estate Group helps guide you through every transaction, including navigating those short, complex sales. With a commitment to personal one-on-one service, they will ensure that you are supported every step of the way. You can achieve your goals with expertise, care, and a customized approach that truly makes a difference. Ready to make your next move? The Rice Real Estate Group is here to make it happen. For more information, call 816-819-9333. The Hollywood Casino at Kansas Speedway is the place to be. With over 1,500 slot machines, 35 table games, 4 restaurants, and a new ESPN Bet sportsbook, there are plenty of ways to find your fun. For more chances to win, follow them on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and X. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Huge shout out to the sponsors that support this channel all football season long. But before we get out of here, guys, again, I just want to echo the point that the Chiefs do not care where they play. I mean, Travis Kelce said, we'll play them in the Walmart parking lot in the offseason. They do not care where it is, where the game is. They don't care who the opponent is. They are going to go out there and just show you why they are better than you. And I think that, Travis Kelce speaking like this, clearly he is fired up and ready to go because sometimes I get a little bit concerned that, maybe this team has lost the drive. Maybe they've lost the hunger to go out there and try to make history. But I don't know why I think like that because clearly Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce are just so locked in that they are not going to relinquish this close to being the first team in NFL history to three-peat. So again, Chiefs Kingdom, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below about that clip from the New Heights podcast. That's all I have for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button and subscribe for more of the best daily Chiefs content on YouTube. I have been giving you guys content each and every single day, like today, multiple times a day. And the best way you guys can show support is by hitting the like button on this video and subscribing for more daily Chiefs coverage. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching this video. And as always, go Chiefs.